Good morning. I want to begin on the theme of anxiety. I have my undergraduate degree in English, but my master's degree is in film studies. I always have been a student of film and genres of film, because the genres that we watch and subscribe to and admire tell us something about how we're feeling. So, given these times, I was reminded of the great Mel Brooks film, High Anxiety. How many of you remember that film? Okay, so I'm going to show you a trailer from this film to lead into the conversation this morning. Mel Brooks plays your head of school. There's your head.
From here. It's very nice.
Do you mean to say that Dr. Richard Thorndike, one of the world's greatest psychiatric authorities, is suffering from high anxiety?
That pretty much sums up what your heads have been going through in the last 8 months. I want to begin by pointing out some resources to you as leaders of our schools and trustees. The NAIS website has many articles, monographs, research reports, film clips, podcasts. And in fact, for the trustees, when you come to our front page, you'll see the trustees guide. You want to click on that because it's kind of a map to resources for trustees. But one of the pages is called our financial sustainability page, and the URL is nais.org/go/finance. And when you go to that page, you'll find, it looks like this. You'll find an immense number of resources on the topic we're talking about today: how to prepare for a precarious economic future, how to thrive and survive in such a condition. So we've got all kinds of, as I say, video clips on topics like admissions and marketing and fundraising. A version of what I'm going to do today, a short 8-minute version, film clip is there. So if you go back to school and you have a task force working on this, you can show them this little clip to get some of the themes before a wider group. In any case, I was very curious at the time, this is just a month or so ago, how anxious are the faculty in our school, because we kept hearing about it. So this is a representative sampling. 200 is a good number for a sampling. And here was the question. My faculty members are very anxious about the economy's impact on their jobs. See, this is not abstract. This is real. Are we precarious, so precarious that my own job might be in jeopardy? And so here was the results. So 21% strongly agreed and 41% agreed. So what I'm telling you is, as a context here, is that 2/3 of our faculty members were actually fearful about their own jobs. We've never seen anything quite like this before. And what I want to comment about that is this. The old saying from psychology is this: if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. I know this from personal experience. Maybe some of you know this from personal experience. Well, mama is the faculty in our school. If the faculty ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. So no matter what, no matter where you are in the whole sequence here, preparing for next year, it's useful to begin by saying, at the leadership level and at the trustee level, reassuring your faculty, extremely important, because business needs to be conducted even in tough times. I want to point another resource that just was published called Affordability and Demand. My colleague Mark Mitchell will speak much more about this, but this is a great book for any task force you have. It's trying to figure out the relationship between pricing and admissions. Very sophisticated thinking going on here, and this is part of what we're saying. Even if you're a tiny little school, you need to be sophisticated about pricing, because pricing counts, especially in a down market. So here's a good resource for some of the professionals and some of the leaders in your school. All right, so were I here 16 months ago or before, I would have called this presentation Financial Sustainability. This is a theme for NAIS, and the theme is that it's important to rethink the financial model of our schools so that our schools will be what we call built to last, be here another 165 years. And we're worried that even before the economic meltdown, that the model wasn't sustainable, and here's why. Pricing had skyrocketed precipitously for the last 25 years, whereas incomes had not accelerated. Mark's going to do a lot more about this. So we just wondered, will we ever hit what's called the price break point? In any industry, any product has a price break point. At a certain point, the price gets so high, the demand starts to be reduced. Now, it seems that to this point, there were only two services for which there was complete, what the economists call inelasticity, meaning it didn't matter what you charged. And that seemed to be private school tuition and health services. No matter what, you would do what it takes to get high-quality education and high-quality health services. Well, guess what? We started to see, before this meltdown, started to see some elasticity in price, where price started to have an impact on demand. So in any case, the last time I would have done this anywhere, we would have talked a lot more about that, this notion of sustainability. And the takeaway would have been this. As you're planning for the future, maybe the most important principle is to discontinue adding staff, because the driver of price has been new program and new staff. And so the discipline that we've never had is when it's time for a new program, it's time to remove an old program. So sun rises on a new program, sun sets on an old program. So this is a discipline that's sort of new to independent schools, and it's the key to sustainability for the future.